welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Glamorous Beauty. We are going to be using and trying out the all-new Tati Beauty Blendiful. If you're curious of the full, low-down, good or dirty truth, then you're in the right place. If you want to see more reviews, tutorials, and things like that, make sure at the end of the video you give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. That way YouTube don't you over and you're always notified. Alright guys, let's jump into today's video. Beautiful beauties. As I said, we're going to jump into testing out this Blendiful. I know a lot of people just went ahead and tried a foundation that they were accustomed to. They know how it worked. But I've been testing a new line of skincare, and with that brand, they have a foundation. So I'm going to be testing that foundation today as well. That way I can upload more videos for you. For all my beautiful babes out there. Before we get in talking about the Blendiful and the price and all that stuff, I want to zoom in real quick and let you see this eye. I did as well get the palette, and I am loving it. So yeah, and it was real cool because she done something very unique. That palette came in this, and it was so cool. This material is like, I don't know, it's the weirdest stuff I've ever seen in my life. That's what it is. That's what I got. I know I'm late on the palette, but I am going to tell you a little bit about this, maybe in another video. But guys, I'm 100 telling you now, if you are new at eyeshadows, if you are more, experienced, but you struggle with blending, I'm telling you now, do not sleep on this palette. Make sure you get it because they blend so fucking good. Here is the eye I created with it today. I really love this. Now the glitter, it does get everywhere. So I zoomed you in because I want you up close and personal, because in all my other videos, I've had you out a little bit too far. Bitch, look at that. And you guys know I have a hard time with color picking up in my lighting. I have a hard time showing you my blend, but I mean, yes. Here's the packaging that the Blendiful comes in. Cleansing instruction, machine wash and dry in a delicate laundry bag or gently hand wash in warm soapy water. Rinse thoroughly and blot dry. As well, you can also, if you're in too much of a hurry, blow dry these. Okay, there we go. That's better. Here is the big puff right here. Very cute. It's extremely soft. Now I will tell you, I have not done any review, or I have not watched any reviews on this except for my one friend ShaRae. I'll leave her channel link down below, and that's just because I'm going to support my friends here on YouTube. But here's the baby one. It's super adorable, super cute. It's much more dense and harder than the big puff. This one is just super soft. It's like a little fur baby, like a little teddy bear. So it reminds me a lot of the kids' stuffed animals. Alright guys, so it retails for $18. It did take 8 days to get here in Florida. I'm about 2.5 hours from Orlando because that's the best way to describe where I live. I did only pay the $2.99 shipping because a bitch wasn't going to pay almost $14 to have this express ship, because I think that's a little bit too much even for express shipping. But you do you, boo. You do what you got to do. If you want it fast, do it. But again, this is available on FlexPay if you purchase a certain amount. Now, if you just get the Blendiful one, it's not going to be eligible. But if you get like 2 Blendifuls, or like I did, you get the Tati Beauty palette for $48 and the Blendifuls, then you can do like, I think I'm paying like $11, $12 every 2 weeks. That way you can afford it. All right, let's jump in here. Let me find this foundation. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. Nah, I ain't going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what I'm testing because I want to do a full review on this whole entire line. Alright, so we're just going to take this little end here. Now, the one thing I will tell you with this foundation I am testing, you do not have to use a primer. You do not have to use a powder, but we'll see if I'm going to use a powder. I may use a powder with this foundation just because I want to see how this works with it. That's what the foundation looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all you're going to see. And I am using the shade number 5. This is a cream product. It is putting a little bit of like fuzzies in my foundation. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's what it looks like on the puff. And we're just going to go in and start doing this. I'm going to take this right up underneath the eye simply because with this foundation, it's a 4-in-1. It's a primer, a foundation, a concealer, and something else. I have to remember before the video. But what you do is you put a layer on. Less is more with this. And then you go back in and add additional tad bit more for coverage as concealer. Full video coming. So let me shut up about that and let's get on with this Blendiful. It is so very soft. Now I've heard a lot of people say it's weird doing their in written reviews, blogs. Like I said, I haven't watched any videos except for ShaRae's. But I've heard a lot of people say it's very weird using this because of the size. I'm just kind of blending out and then kind of also tapping motions. I mean, it's not bad, but you guys know I am all about a brush. That is my jam. It is extremely hard to get around the brows, which I guess that's why you can use the small one or go in like this and just blend it and just kind of do your thing. Now, I will tell you, I am not getting as much full coverage as I typically do with my brush. You can still see a lot of my loss of pigment coming in. It's not smoothing out the lines as smooth as my brush usually does. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this goes, but I'm not the biggest fan thus far. Like I said, typically you do not have to have a powder with this new foundation I'm using, but because the Blendiful did not give me that much coverage with this particular foundation, I will update you when I do one of my normal typical liquid foundations and let you know how the coverage goes with that. Yes, I haven't tested it fully yet, so I'm going to do a video probably later tonight. I'm going to take this off and really test this and see which one it is. Is it the foundation not truly being full coverage, or is it the fact that I used it with such a soft and not dense tool that is causing me not to get that much full coverage? Because I really feel like it's going to be because this is not dense enough for me to cover the issues I have. So, of course, I'm going to be going in with my Urban Decay Stay Naked The Fix Powder Foundation because I love this shit. I love it so much. So, there's the powder on it. And we is just going to go in. I had to pick up a little bit more to do this side. I mean, if you don't mind taking the time to switch out from this to the small one back and forth, that's not a problem. But I personally am not going to take the time to constantly be doing that, especially if I'm in a hurry or I've got to get to work. I don't know, guys. This is just not looking real great with my skin. It seems to be really accentuating more of my dryness on my face because, as I said, I've been testing a new product. Therefore, with that, my skin has been very dry. Look how patchy. And it's really accentuating those lines. Like, it's definitely not making my skin more smooth. It really is, I don't know, accentuating things that I like to typically hide. You can see it's kind of messed up the brows, trying to go around it. Moving forward, let's try a little bit of contour, and then I will just give you all the rundown. All right, I'm just going to be using the Estee Edit to bronze because a bitch loves this like so much. It is so good. And we are just going to be taking it and pinching it ever so slightly. While we're sitting here doing this, I want to go ahead and tell you, I did not add any liner or mascara or any lashes to this look today. Because I just wanted you guys to see what a flawless application this is. Look at the transition and then that second shade into the crease. Look how gradient that is, and just beautifully, just gorgeously blended, even on more mature eyes. Like, I need to review this palette, even though there's like 20,000 reviews. All right, doing this side. I mean, it blended it, no doubt, but I don't know. I really just feel like my brush, I have more control and more precision with my brush when doing this. And it just turns out really, really gorgeous and more airbrushed. Alright guys, so now we're just going to move on and go into blush. Now, it's not making it muddy or anything, but like this side is more pigmented than this side. So it's really not distributing the product evenly on both sides. So I don't know. And I'm going to have to fix my brows because this side's way up, this side's way down now. So I'm just going to use the Ciate London blush in Halo. It came in my Boxycharm. And there you have it. Oh, bitch, she pigmented. She pretty. Look at that. Rosy little cheeks for Valentine's Day, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Get out of here. She's so cute. I really do like that blush. She's so rosy and cute, girl. Get up out of here. Bitch snatch. I don't know. It doesn't look bad, like I said. It's blended in nicely. It's just not for me. Like, this is definitely not something I'm going to be reaching for constantly. I just feel like I have way more control, more precision, smoother and more even application for my skin type. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll play around with it some more. I do like the way it picked up the pigment in the blush. See, you do get a lot of product, and it's very nice for cutting the contour area. It's definitely got some good juices. See how clean that is? I do not foresee me using this for like my foundation and my contour, but definitely for like packing up underneath the eye. I like that when it's bent. Definitely for like the blush, I enjoyed that. And for cleaning areas up, no doubt I will definitely use it, especially since I invested in it. Will it be a product that I continue to purchase over and over again? I highly doubt that. So now I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill highlighter right here. Woo, bitch! Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Okay. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I don't get that much with my brush. So, yeah. I am glowing, honey. Like Jupiter, Mars, Venus, all in places can see a girl right now. Holy shit. It definitely does grab a lot of product. Like, it definitely picks up product. So if you need something and you want it to be very pigmented, this is the girl for you. Because, like, literally, even if I just pick up, like, that much, watch. Literally that much. That's all I do. So, yeah, it is, it's definitely something now. But you see how it really blends it out. You've seen how much that went on and scared me to death for a second. But it's okay because it really blends it out to a nice, soft, smooth surface. That is it, guys. That is me using the Blendiful Full Face with the Tati shadows. I'm going to be doing some more looks. Obviously, I'll create this look for you guys on camera. I really think it's a gorgeous, beautiful Valentine look for anybody. You can do your liner, you can pop on your lashes. Girl, you'd be snatched, like ready for Valentine's Day. I just don't really know. I just don't really think that it really gave me the full coverage, which I really enjoy. I mean, it's definitely not a bad product. It's $18. And you could definitely get some use out of this for, like I said, if you want to bake under the eye, cleaning up your contour, definitely applying blush or highlighter. Like, I really think it's good for those purposes. But personally, this is not a tool I can use for, like, foundation. I need more coverage than what it's going to give me. I don't know. It did not smooth the skin like I like. It didn't do a bad job, guys. I don't know. It's up to you, really. That's what I'm going to say as far as the Blendiful, if I think you should invest in it. If you're one that likes to clean up your contours or work with powder like baking, and you think $18 is worth that, I would highly suggest you get it. But if you want to get this as a multi-tool to replace your beauty blender or to replace your brushes, I do not recommend that for like liquids or cream foundations. There's kind of some downfalls to this because you have to wash this after each use. The beauty blender, majority of people like to use that wet anyways. So the benefit of the beauty blender is you go in, you use it, you know, you kind of rinse it and cleanse it, and then if you need to use it a few hours from now and it's still a little damp, you can do it. Because if you want to use this the same time after you get through washing it, you're going to have to drag your blow dryer out, plug it in, take your time to blow dry, and all that good jazz, because it's not meant to be used wet. But it's not something I would say you must have. But the one thing I do highly, highly suggest is you reach out and get her Tati palette volume 1. I am truly hoping and praying to God that she comes out with a volume 2 and it's colorful, because I need this in my life. And if you are older and you have more mature skin and you have problems with the glitter or the shadows truly settling into your creases, guys, get this, because it has not creased, it has not settled, the glitter is not lifting up in areas. Like, this is just beautiful. And I struggle so hard to blend shadows, and this was so easy. It legitimately took me no time. I'm really excited to see what Tati Beauty does. I absolutely love, love, love her kiwi and her multivitamins. I love you all so, so much. Thank you for taking your time to watch my video. Give it a thumbs up and share with all of our other wonderful beauties. And guys, that's it for today.